Hello YouTube, welcome to Sunday in the Shop. We're going to start this week's episode a little early. It's Friday night. It's just one of the Fridays, weekends where the wife works at night instead of the daytime. So we're out here bored. We got the wood stove. It's really getting cranked up. We're going to make some more fire starters with cotton mop string. Really can't tell you how I get the wax out of there. We just take one of our junky knives and just kind of chop in there and chunk it out. This is a leftover stuff, apple cinnamon. This was center of the one that was in the skillet, the cinnamon roll candle was in the skillet that time. I took it out, I cut the center out and put it in this can for a candle. Here's one like cost $1, vanilla. I want the container. Ain't that nice? That pretty little container. I want that more than I do the candle. We're going to use a shorter can this time. This is a beef stew can. Put in our little pan of water. We'll have you over showing you that. Or a picture, because I've done this before on film. I found this for $5. It's called Frosted Pine, I think. Dollar General. Yeah, Frosted Pine. Not to advertise, but really sweet smelling pine. I was going to make fire stars of this, but I think this will be next year's batch because that's really nice smelling. It's pine, it's almost got a sugary smell to it. Kind of adds to the ambiance, whatever they say when you're out here in the shed here. Wintertime, pine smell, fat wood, all that other good stuff. Oh, I seen this in the corner earlier. This is an early Christmas present. Like a 32 Ford coupe in there. Little tire ashtray. Kind of neat. You don't have to be a smoker to have that stuff. You can put thumbtacks, safety pins, work on something. I mean, you can put stuff in there on the desk. You don't need to have it for an ashtray, but I've seen it over in the corner. I thought I'd show that in case you may wonder what that was. But we'll get this chunked out of here and in the can. Like I said, we're just going to cut a knife. And I will put the jar down in the water before it gets too hot and get it to fall to the bottom, all the wax to drip down, which, be careful, you're going to put glass in there, but the idea, you know, double boiler, this goes in a pan of hot water. Does not have to be boiling. So I will set this, though, in the water to get all of the wax down in there. So don't want to make this too long a video. We don't know what else we're going to add to it. Maybe cutting some kindling wood up or something. We'll figure out something. But we're going to get this done early, get it in the can, as they say, because we're going to be kind of busy, and Christmas is what, Monday? Yeah, so we're going to get right after this. So stay tuned. Hope this isn't too boring, this video. But it is winter time. Sometimes anything's better than nothing to watch, but I try to make it pretty interesting, so hang in there. We'll get something done. We took this off the fire and set that down in there. Wear gloves playing these candles. Your hands are going to stink. Then we can get all that wax melt and go down there, and then we can wipe it out with a rag or something, because we like reusing these jars sometimes. But no, don't sit there and let it boil with a piece of glass in there. That's a no-no. That's way more dangerous than a tin can. You can see it melting. Okay, we're going to go over there and chop out that vanilla candle. Then we'll be setting that in here. Then we give it a clip when we get it melted on the stove. Don't want to make this too boring. We've showed it before on film how we dip them in the wax of cotton mop strings. And we'll show you how to dig this out. We need to go in the house and get an old spoon, but I just stick a knife down there like this and then just keep going around it. Don't break the glass. And you'll get it out of there good enough. See? I should go in the house and get an old teaspoon, but this is really going to smell vanilla, apple cinnamon, and cinnamon roll. Oh boy. I'm glad they're just fire starters and we're not making a candle out of this mess. We'll just wipe this out with a napkin, with a paper towel. And then we'll save this, set this off the side, use this to start the fire in the morning, because it's got wax on it. It's going to light up pretty good. You gives you a little jar, you can put your change or something in it. There, that looks pretty good. It can be washed with soap and water, or just used out here in the shed to put stuff in it. It's going to smell good. We've got quite a bit of this mop left. We've probably used this, I swear we've used it 3 winters. Just a dollar store cotton mop. This time, instead of making long strands, we're going to cut them short before we dip them. Just because it's a mess to cut these things with the wax all over it. So we're going to make them all short before we dip them. And we're not going to make them short as we used to. We used to make them about this long. We're going to make them about that long. So here you go. We'll cut up a pile of these, and while the wax is melting over on the stove. Okay, we're ready. We got our cheapy needle-nose pliers. This actually smells better what you think it would. We'll just show you doing a couple here. Let it all drip off as much as you can. You don't want to over wax them, because the wax never really gets to the hole inside. When you peel these apart, we're going to be doing an experiment later to see if we can light it with a ferro rod. So we don't have too big of a piece of parchment paper, so we're going to get them right in here. I said you want to wear gloves. Wax is hot. Last time I used a can, it had like yams in it, like from one of the holidays. It was too tall. It wasn't as tall as a tomato juice can, but it was tall. So this beef stew can works better. So here you go. You lay them on parchment paper. It's better than wax paper. I watched all kinds of videos on this, but there you go. Don't know if you can see me laying them over there, but we'll be back. Like I said, we'll come back when we're all done, and we'll see if we can light one of these with a ferro rod. So hang in there. Hope it isn't too boring. This is the only thing we could think to do here tonight, is get this little job done, because we don't have any fire starters left. This with fat wood will have a heck of a fire starting material. So stay tuned. We're going to shut you off and get to work. Okay, and that's about all that's left. It started getting hard on me, and the candle wicks are down in there, and those little metal things. And I'll put this can up and use it again. I had my bigger can somewhere, but we figured we count about 45. We'll take a break here, and we'll break one of these apart. We'll see if we can light it with a ferro rod. They do smell better than I thought they would. But, oh boy, between the cinnamon roll smell and the apple cinnamon, you don't even smell the vanilla candle at all. So, kind of one of the last ones I was kind of globbing it on, shoving it in the can. Okay, we'll come back. We'll see if ferro rod will light one of these up. Okay, before we light one of these up, we're going to show you how we tuned up our ferro rod. Now, be safe doing this, because what I did, this is really sharp. I sat here and made this flat, kind of roll it back and forth. It took the ripples out. And I even used this edge right here, okay? And I sit there and I scrape. But you gotta be careful, because you get a whole pile of these scrapings. All of a sudden you make a spark like that, and then it's like a 4th of July. But I sat here and scraped this, and this way. And I've been experimenting with my ferro rod, whether to strike it like this or like this. Either that way or that way. I'm kind of liking this way if I go slow. See how you can roll the spark off? Gotta hold up, quit bending and knocking the pan over. Much better. Okay, we'll see if we can get one of them cotton mop string fire starters to light up. We'll get it kind of tore apart where we can get the cotton part exposed. So we'll be right back. Okay, this is an experiment. We've never tried it. See how unraveling it has 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 strings. I didn't think the wax would soak in that far. If that don't work, we'll try like one of these. See where it never soaked in all the way? Want to try it both ways? We'll try it both ways. Here's one where you can still see the cotton, the white. So we're going to try it both ways, okay? So I'm going to wipe my hands off. Just kind of ball this up into a little ball. Now this catches on fire, I might be going off camera and getting rid of it, going out the door. But I'm not too worried about catching that poster board on fire. I was lighting something here the other day. In fact, I think I was on film doing it. I'm trying to get a little ball to drop in there. I'd say that's a fail. Let's try one where it's right on the cotton, where it's white. Sorry if the light's bright in here. I like having it bright for me, but whoops. I see him dropping right in there. I said you could always take a little fat wood. You want to make a pretty good fire. We'll just keep rolling here. This is stuff we've shaved down. So you can always take a little bit of this so you can conserve it and put it in there. So these Sunday videos I know I can make a little longer. It's just me goofing off, so let's get rid of that in case we have a major fire. Here we go. We're going to do a combination. So that's a definite there. We have a lid here for safety, or a tin can. Let it burn here a couple seconds. I'm getting a lot of use out of this pan for $1. Like I said, I think it's just chrome plated steel. It's not stainless or anything, but it comes in handy. I mean, out camping, you could use it for, you wash something this big, you could use it for a big serving tray or something at a barbecue or something. Okay, we're starting to get a 4-alarm. Let's feel this underneath again. No, don't feel warm under there. So this pretty thick piece of metal. Better than the cake pan I had. That's what I had the other day. So you can see how ferocious these things are when they light up. Ooh, the camera's dimming down there. Let's go up here. Go back on it again. I think that's enough. But I got my Christmas tins full. I got some in this one. And this one I painted it black. I didn't like it on the side, but I left the top where it was. Because on the shelf it looks like that. I may paint this someday, or I use it in the winter time. So I ain't too worried. That's a stinky mess. Whew. Okay, if I don't think of anything else to put in here, thanks for watching. Sorry if it's kind of boring. I just couldn't think of what to do. Not real busy before the holidays, but we're getting there. So I did put up my little Christmas card video with the Christmas lights, so I hope y'all watch that. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next Sunday.